And we're now recording. So there we go. This is the first test in the Zeonizer Podcast with myself, Jeremy, and Jerry.
What's going on, folks?
Pretty exciting.
Damn neat, yes. Very exciting, just like the Super Bowl was.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. 38-35.
That was a close game the entire time, bro. It was not like the other Super Bowl games where one team gets completely shut out and get their asses whooped by a large margin. Nah. Neck to neck the entire time. Now, there were some questionable calls, I will admit, but
I didn't really watch the whole thing, but it was... I was getting a play-by-play from almost like 20 people, so...
Bro, I guarantee you, if Aaron's Baltimore Ravens went to the Super Bowl, bro, you would have sat there and watched it with her, I guarantee you.
Listen, yeah, if the Ravens were in it, she would have made sure that she was here, or she would have taken me to the house that she's sitting at, and made me watch the whole thing, so thank God.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, if the Packers are ever in the Super Bowl, I'm watching that, so...
Damn, that hurts.
Well, we all know what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers, so, I mean, I think he's been playing like shit lately.
Yeah, I'm so out of touch with football and even keeping track of the Packers that the last thing I remember about Aaron Rodgers is when he was doing those commercials for State Farm for the discount double check.
Wow.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's one thing to do it that way.
No, but it's funny you should say the Packers, because my 8-year-old daughter, there's certain words she can't say, like for instance cheddar. She calls it chatter because for some reason her brain can't comprehend certain words, so she just says it to her best of her ability. So she calls cheddar chatter. So whenever I'm a Falcon fan, I love the Atlanta Falcons. So when my team's playing the Green Bay Packers, she calls them the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
She goes, Daddy, look, your team is playing the Packers. She's like, your team is playing the Packers, Daddy. Beat those Packers. And my ex-wife, she goes, what'd you say? Oh, they're beating the Packers.
That's funny.
Funny story about why I even like the Packers. When I was, it was like right before I graduated high school when my parents got divorced. I started not wanting to stay in our home. So I was staying with a friend of mine, and his family was from Wisconsin. And his dad knew like everything you could ever know about the Packers. And anytime there was a Packers game on, he would give us like, as long as the game was like 3 hours, whatever, it would just be like a history lesson on the Packers.
Yeah.
Then once I found out, and I didn't even know this until then, once I found out that the fucking trophy is named after the guy from the
Vince
Packers.
Lombardi?
Yeah, like...
You didn't know that?
Like, okay, that makes sense.
Wait, you didn't know that, really?
No, not until that guy told me. No, I didn't know.
Gotcha. Well, beat your ass. Be still. God damn it.
I win.
No, but and then talking about DC, man. There's some movies I'm looking forward to the most, but I don't really give a shit for the Flash.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys want to talk about the DC slate for a second? I mean, I think the Flash was all, like, before they had come up with this new plan, they had already spent like billions of dollars making that movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Batgirl because they had made that on a very small amount of money, and they just canceled it because they figured they wouldn't make their money back. With a movie like The Flash, they can't even afford to not release it, you know?
Yeah, that. But
And
it's
they
just,
know that they're going to make a shit ton of money off of Michael Keaton.
oh, that's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. But I mean, since they're bringing a lot of the DC shows to the silver screen, what's a show that the WB showed, a DC show that you want to see on the silver screen more than anything? Me personally, I want to see a deep dive depth into the Green Lantern universe more than anything. Really, honestly, do.
Well, I think we're getting that. They're giving us the Green Lantern show, and he said it's going to have Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
That'd be kind of cool.
And he said it's going to be kind of like a buddy cop thing.
Oh God, just hoping that was not really going to happen. But okay.
I mean, well, like that particular statement, it could be done really good or it could be done really bad. So we just gotta hope on that one.
Oh yeah, Blue Beetle, of course. Blue Beetle. I'm psyched for Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle.
Yeah, dude. When I saw the first shot of that suit, I was like, have they finally just went ahead and decided they're gonna make the suits on movies and TV look exactly like the comic books? Because I would really like that, and that's exactly what they did with Blue Beetle.
Yep.
Like, do you remember what Blue Beetle looked like in like Smallville?
That'd be kind of.
To be honest,
he was like a big chunky Iron Man.
yeah, I don't remember that much.
I mean, shout out to the fact that James Gunn is putting Damian Wayne in the Batman movie.
Yeah. Makes me want to think now that he did say that he wants to include even the DC games into the DCEU as well? Like, like Gotham Knights?
Across movies, games, and TV, once James Gunn's plan is fully in effect, which still they're getting through what they had before James Gunn, he said that basically, if you watch one of his movies, you watch one of the shows, you play one of the games, all the characters are going to look and sound the same. And he's going to hope to have the actors who play them in the movies do their voices in the cartoons and games as well.
Right.
What you think of the Creature Commandos?
I didn't even know what that was before he announced it.
Creature Commandos used to be an old comic, I think, but what he wants to do is have a show or have a movie to where it like it starts off animated or starts off like a cartoon, and then certain scenes will pan over to actual live action and then back to animated. That's how he wants to do it. Like it's a mixture of both.
Yeah, and there was two really good reasons for him to make that movie. One, that the leader of that team is Rick Flag Sr. So like the father of Rick Flag from the Suicide Squad movies.
Right.
And Weasel is part of that team, and his brother.
Weasel's part. Yeah, Weasel's part gonna be part of the Creature Commandos, which is kind of cool. I mean, I thought the fool died, but that's just me.
Yeah, that didn't make sense on how they killed him off in Suicide Squad.
Well, it's got to be a prequel because it's Rick Flag's dad. So it's got to take place years in the past.
So you think it could be before Suicide Squad happened? Because I think Creature Commandos, I believe, was before Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I think what Creature Commandos is actually gonna be is like a spiritual prequel to the Suicide Squad.
I could dig it.
Yeah.
I could. I could definitely dig that. Now, okay. Now, if I'm just I think more than anything, the DC movies I'm looking forward to the most. I'm not gonna lie, Shazam sounds interesting. Uh, Blue Beetle definitely. Hopefully, see Green Arrow.
I just watched the first Shazam movie for the first time like last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I liked it way more than I thought I would.
And it's kind of cool. I mean, because Marvel has their phases, and then DCU is going to have chapters. So the first one, I think that it's going to be called Gods and Monsters. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds so fucking sick. And that's
that's actually
the way he's got.
That's actually a comic book arc too, Gods and Monsters.
Yes, and it's kind of cool too because, I mean, I'll take. There's certain things that James Gunn's done that I don't like. The Henry Cavill thing, I put back taste in my mouth. But I had to think. I said, okay, well, he's bringing a lot to the table. He wants to keep up with Marvel in such a way that could make Marvel run for their money.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, anyone? We're going into the tunnels after Phillips.
Need that.
And also, James Gunn, he knows what Marvel does. He's worked for them. You know what I mean?
Time to
Yeah.
the hunt. You're up.
So no wonder they hired him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh man, oh man, I was thinking of something. This is gonna be a good year for movies. It really is. I mean, I really just can't wait to watch some of them.
Honestly, movies have been getting incrementally better each year for like a few years. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of getting kind of stale and old with Marvel. It's just the same shit over and over again. Like the first
I'm hoping that,
Ant-Man, the second Ant-Man.
I'm hoping that
I'll take
I'm
this.
hoping that the next phase is gonna kind of make things like revamp things for Marvel because they're starting with some new characters. We're gonna get Blade. We're gonna get the X-Men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. You know, so with something like Marvel at this point, because I'm a person who I hated most of like the phase, what is it, phase 4 shit. Like I didn't like Shang-Chi, and I didn't like WandaVision. I liked Multiverse of Madness a little bit.
Yeah.
But the reasons I liked Multiverse of Madness were related completely to like the Illuminati scene that was like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
And they had to go ahead and tease us by giving us John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, which everyone wanted, and you saw him as Mr. Fantastic for like 10 minutes before he got like, before Wanda magic spliced him or whatever, and then they're like, yeah, he's not going to be our Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, that never made sense to me. Like the way that his character, like his as a person, right? The way he was discovered playing Jim on The Office, and him playing Shazam, and the different roles that he's played, especially with being Reed Richards. I felt like he would be perfect as Mr. Fantastic, just by the way that he was able to portray the role of Reed Richards.
Yeah,
Not everybody can play that.
He looked the part. He looked the part, sounded the part, and like when right before he like teleported in or whatever, they were like, smartest man alive, Reed Richards, and then he showed up, and you were like, that does look like the smartest man alive. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, you know, are they since? Shit! I forgot what I was thinking. Probably the only thing from Marvel I am looking forward to the most is Kang, the Avengers Kang, and Secret Wars. That's the only two I look forward to the absolute most.
I think Quantumania is going to be good.
I think it's going to
I
bomb.
do like Kang.
You think it's gonna bomb?
For me, it's. I like the fact that they're covering it, like from the comics and whatnot. But really, and the Ant-Man 1 and 2, and you know the one with the Wasp, it was all right. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm only saying this because I get really sick and tired of people saying, "Oh, you look like Paul Rudd from Ant-Man." Bitch, no, I don't.
You don't look anything like Paul Rudd. Where did people get that from?
Because I think they're on crack, to be honest.
Probably.
You
Because,
look more
to
like
be
Dana
honest,
Carvey, and you don't look anything like him either.
Thank you. That's why you're like my brother, remember? That's why.
Uh,
That's just messed up.
Personally, me, sometimes when I'm clean shaven, I have people tell me I look like Chris Farley, and I'm like, that's high praise.
yeah. I mean, I can see it though. I can see where people can get that, you know?
There's also this dude, I posted some of it on my Facebook, but he does like musical covers of classic rock songs, but he changes the lyrics to be about food, and he looks almost exactly fucking like me, to the point where my parents even watched the videos and they were like, have you put on weight? Because he's a little heavier than me.
Uh-huh.
I used to be as heavy as him. He looks exactly like me when I was like 21 or something.
Damn.
Like, for example, you guys know that song, Afternoon Delight?
Yes.
Don't think I do.
You know the song, Afternoon Delight? You know that.
No, I don't.
Well, I don't know what kind of rock they keep you under in Texas, but,
What are you trying to say? You trying to say I'm a hillbilly, bro? Don't say that word, David.
So
Don't say that word.
But so yeah,
Play the fifth.
the song is called Afternoon Delight, and the song that he sings is called Breakfast Food at Night, which is obviously about eating breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
The breakfast for dinner is awesome.
I do that quite often, actually.
Thanks, Mom.
When I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like cooking, but I love breakfast food.
So tired of this fucking shotgun.
Here, use that.
Yeah. But no, what else is there? You know, once and always. That's one thing
Let's
for
talk
people that's
about,
gonna
what do you guys, so, do you think that those shots with the Green Ranger in it is flashbacks, or you think they got someone else being the Green Ranger?
Well, seeing that there's
Um,
Cuddies involved, I mean, it could be a flashback. Other than that, it could be Robo Rita, because someone also said it could be Robot Rita, and that the bots could be reincarnations of, you know, the past.
yeah.
Huh.
But it could be anything.
I'm interested to find out how, Adam and Aisha got to be, like, because I guess they're part of Space Patrol Alpha,
Mm-hmm.
which is, like, the precursor to SPD. So I'm
Alpha or
interested to
Academy,
see how
it could
that
be
played
either
out.
two.
What's that?
It could be Alpha or Academy, either or.
Yeah, that, remains to be seen or known, but I think it means Alpha. Because that would make sense that the other one is Space Patrol Delta.
Yeah, that's true too.
Trying to get yourself killed? Almost down.
They could have named it
see.
Space Patrol Alpha
But
after
the
Alpha.
thing is, are they going to be morphing? Are they going to be? Because I mean, we have Walter Jones as the Black Ranger. Is Adam going to be Ranger form is with Misha, or?
I think what they might do, and this is a stretch, but they could morph, but they would not. No way they would show any of that in any of the trailers.
Yeah.
And they would morph into maybe something like the Omega Rangers from the comic book, you know?
No, because Omega Rangers was treating Jason and Zach. There can't be no way.
Yeah.
Right, but they don't
could be
necessarily
SPD
have to hold
Rangers.
for that continuity. Like the show and the comic, storyline wise, stand independently of each other.
Well, they possibly could be SPD Rangers. I mean, if anything. I mean, it's worse. I mean, because they're not going to show
I'll be
all.
right back, guys. I'm putting you on hold.
Okay.
Thank you.
You didn't realize you can do that in a podcast.
Cover me. Reloading.
What? Do what?
Put people on hold.
Right? Like, dude, where the fuck you going, man? We got money to make, bro.
I got
On
you.
a side note, fuck this boss.
Yeah.
Thanks, Walker.
Just trying to shoot his eyeball to see if that works, but no, it doesn't.
No, you gotta shoot inside his mouth. Which is weird saying that right now.
That's what she said. That's not gay at all. Oh, thank goodness this is not Florida and I can't say the word gay.
Here, come here and I'll heal you.
Now,
Looks worse
why
than
is
this.
everyone, I'm the only one going down. It's unlike me. Oh, I should have kept my pipe on, yo.
You okay? Come on, Jim. Do it now. Oh, you
No, but, what is one thing that you hope to see in the new DCEU?
The lanterns, man.
Can you guys hear me again?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Aaron called me. Could you guys hear me while I was on the phone with her? Because I could still hear you.
No?
No?
I was trying to figure out how that works. Because I was like, can they hear me? Because I could still hear you guys. But...
No, we can hear
So
you.
what? Something we want to see in the new DCU?
Yeah.
What's one thing you want to see in come to DCEU?
It's related to Green Lanterns, and I want to see Atrocitus and Red Lantern.
Yep. I agree.
That's enough.
Wow. I do see more of the other color letters. That means something, because I want to see Black Lantern. I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
I
that would be
like
really
to
cool.
I would like to see like the full plethora of Lantern Corps colors, but I feel like it would take them years and years of shows and movies to cover them all and do them all justice.
Yeah, you got a good point.
I mean, because, okay, you gotta spend at least, like, a couple seasons of the show in probably one movie just talking about Green Lantern for the most part. And then you would move to Yellow Lantern, because that's the next in succession, because Sinestro will break away and go do his thing. And then, like, I think it would be so funny to have just one movie, or maybe even like a limited series show for
Yeah.
the one Orange Lantern. Larflaze, or however you pronounce his name. But there's only one Orange Lantern, and it's him,
Yeah.
because the color of orange is apparently like the power of greed. So he doesn't
Yeah.
want to share the power with anyone else.
Yeah. Black
And then,
and
like, he's
Why am
also
I the
super
only one
lazy.
being attacked right now?
say what?
It's heading for home. Need an assist.
No, just dealing with the game.
I'm being attacked as well, and I'm playing with Holly. I forgot how bad she sucks.
Let me tell you, if you guys think your gaming partners suck now, just wait till I get on that thing with you guys.
No, that part we don't mind.
Yeah, we probably need the extra help. Cause like, I'm not even joking. Playing Back for Blood is fun, but it's a real pain in the ass when you deal with a horde. Wait, I'm shooting the same tentacle. Oh, are you down?
Yep.
Oh shit, I didn't know you
I'm
were down.
about to. Alright, I'm about to switch over to somebody else right now.
God. Okay, why are we being counted down for?
Because we gotta kill this thing and burst the bubbles before the time runs out.
So, do we know when we're actually trying to post the first legit episode?
Well, right now we're going
Um,
through kind of brainstorming so we can figure out what we're going to discuss before we just, air it.
I think definitely we gotta talk about the DCU, because that's hot right now.
yeah.
We gotta talk about Once and Always, because we're a goddamn Power Ranger channel, anyway.
That is also true.
Clutch.
It sucks that a lot of other things have been pretty quiet recently. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we talk about Hogwarts Legacy, you know what I mean? But, I mean,
Yeah, I don't even have that one yet.
yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I don't have it. I don't think I can even get it, because I got an Xbox One. I don't think you can even get it.
What is it?
Hogwarts Legacy?
That's only new gen.
Yeah. I played like 15 minutes of it at my friend David's house like 2 days ago. And he like pre-ordered it a while ago. And it was kind of like I got the sense that it would be fun once you got the hang of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't play it because I have severe acrophobia, so I can't play it.
How many more of those things do you think are out there?
I don't know.
I can't handle jump
Acrophobia? What
scares.
is that again?
Cut that
Fear of
much
spiders.
Somebody's got to do something.
And you're that
Oh.
somebody?
And they have the Forbidden Forest with all the giant spiders.
All
Yeah.
Didn't say I wanted to do it alone. Did
So does that mean that when you were like
Fuck you.
whatever age you were and you watched fucking the Chamber of Secrets, pissed your pants when they went into the woods?
Actually, I remember I was in the theater where I was going to watch. I went to watch with my mom, and did not know there were spiders because Chamber of Secrets was the only book I didn't get to read. So we went to go watch the movie. I didn't know there was giant spiders in there,
So
and I saw the little,
let me
I
guess.
saw the little spiders crawling.
You forget something?
You saw the tiny
Maybe I
spiders.
should go to Bridgetown.
You left immediately. Did you ever see the giant one?
Are you gonna stay there?
Let me finish out. I'll tell you what happened.
Always there when they
I
need
saw the
you.
little spiders crawling from the bathroom to the forest, and I heard Ron went, "Oh, why can't I heard Ron say, why can't it be butterflies, not spiders?" And I'm thinking, "Oh,
yeah,
shit."
why can't it be a trail of butterflies? Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
so I have to ask this question then. Are you scared of Spider-Man?
No,
Only when he mutates to have
you're an
the six
asshole for that
arms
one.
is he scared of him.
You're an asshole for that one. Are you scared of Spider-Man? No.
I gotta
I'm not.
ask.
Why am I scared? Yeah. You're asking. An asshole's asking a very smart. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, he's only
No,
afraid of Spider-Man after he drinks the stuff Dr. Connors gives him to try to reverse it, and then he actually grows
Yes.
like 6 arms.
Yeah.
Hey,
that is
you
actually
you
true.
don't know unless you don't ask, alright?
Yeah.
So I
yeah,
had to
okay,
ask.
Yeah.
We just wanted
Yeah.
to know if Spider-Man was off the table for the podcast. That's all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We can talk about Spider-Man, but I'm like legit spiders, like in the legit form, not like superhero or comic or anything like that. But no, I was in the theater with my mom, and she comes back, and she heard from the staff that there are giant spiders in the movie. She freaked out, dropped the
What,
popcorn,
you feel like
rushed to the theater. No, because she had to get me out of there because I'm epileptic. I have seizures, so having a jump scare caused me to go into a seizure because of the shock. So by the time she got there, I screamed and I convulsed and started having a seizure on the theater floor. So that's why I can't watch scary movies. I can't.
you don't watch,
My biggest fears.
you don't watch any scary movies?
I can't.
Those are all the best movies, dude.
I understand. I mean, it sucks because some of them got some of the most awesome writing and developing and all, but having epilepsy and having seizures, I can't handle jump scares because if you scare me, my brain more or less goes into lockdown mode and my body locks up and I start having seizures on the floor.
Yeah, I
So-
feel it, man. I've known people that had problems with seizures, and I know that everyone who has like seizures, they get triggered by something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pain and getting too scared causes, or certain smells from perfume and colognes could cause me to have a seizure. That's why I don't
Really?
watch scary
Certain
movies, and
smells.
that's why I can't handle spiders.
Okay, so no flashing lights and make sure to stay away from spiders. Got it.
More or less, yeah. Yeah, and I can't. I have a very low pain tolerance, so
No
so if
tattoos for you then.
Yeah, exactly. I can't get tattoos. So yeah, I'm kind of lame, but
It's
But
okay, sweetie. Don't
I
worry.
make
No
it
one's
work.
gonna hurt you.
bitch, did you just call me sweetie?
Yep.
At least I ain't got a tiny dick.
I do.
Low blow.
End of it.
That was a low blow.
It does the job
She
it needs
said.
to do. That's all that really matters, isn't it?
That is also very true.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on,
Well,
what are you waiting
at
for?
least you can try to get it up. Can you get it up?
Always.
What
I
are
mean,
talking
it
about you,
depends on
Dave?
what day of
Okay.
the week it is, and if I've watched any torture porn that day.
Oh man, no. No, but yeah, I mean, if I could possibly play Hogwarts Legacy and not go into the forest, but the game says I can't progress until I go into the forest, I can't play.
Yeah, I don't
Damn.
exactly know if you have to go into the forest. I would assume since it's one of the 3 areas that they describe in the game, because they have Hogwarts, the castle, and there's the Dark Forest, and they have Hogsmeade, like the town or whatever.
Hogsmeade sounds kind of cool, though. I will say. I mean,
Hogsmeade does sound pretty cool, and as I understand, if you go to like fucking Universal or something, you can go to a recreation of it.
Mm-hmm.
oh, speaking of Universal, Dallas, Texas is getting Universal Studios built.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
A town called Frisco, northwest Dallas, has enough land for the Universal Studios, but the people who live there
Uh-huh.
are saying no to it because it'll bring crime, it'll bring traffic, and they don't want that in their local community. So
It's gonna bring a lot of things. If they put a
Yeah.
theme park out there, they're gonna start building hotels and shit too.
Yep.
yeah, so Dallas has if you ever been to Dallas has a lot of prime real estate in Dallas. So they want to put it in Dallas so that they'll bring more people.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep. And I've never been to Universal Studios or Disneyland, so that's a blessing. That's the thing.
The only theme parks I've ever been to, I went to Busch Gardens twice,
I've been to Busch Gardens.
and I went to this old school amusement park when I lived in Pennsylvania. It's called Knoebel Grove. And all the roller coasters were made out of wood. And you had to really question if you were going to survive when you got onto one.
I've been to Busch Gardens. I've been to Six Flags over Texas like too many damn times. At this point, I'm just over Six Flags. It's foreign to me now.
I've never been to Six Flags, but the thing about Six Flags is I've seen and read and heard so many people talk about Six Flags that I feel like I've been there like 100 times, even though I've never been. And I hear that they're all built the exact same way.
Yeah, well, no. Six Flags Fiesta is not built the same way as over Texas here in Arlington. It's trust me, it's not.
Yeah.
Do they have any of the superhero themed rides?
Yes, bro. Yes, they got the Batman, the Superman, Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is a must to ride. They got Harley Quinn, the Joker, the Riddler. They got so many DC rides. They have the Hall of Justice, which is
I've seen that, dude. I've seen. Isn't that like actually like a walk-in thing? Like you can check out the Hall of Justice.
No, you get into like a cart, like a roller coaster cart, and it takes you all the way through the Hall of Justice. You see 3D images, you see wax figures, you see audio clips of the show and the animated shows playing inside. It's kind of cool. It's pretty cool.
Mm.
Fuck this level. Anyway. So since we're playing Back for Blood, which is pretty fun, if you could take any superpower,
Just what I want.
only one,
Long
any
road.
superpower into a zombie apocalypse, what would it be and why?
Oh, superpower. That's a good one.
I think I would want something akin to like the Hulk, because when he turns into the Hulk, he can't die. So you could be the Hulk.
Yeah.
And then when you can rest, you turn back human.
Shotgun here.
Yeah.
Better to be
True.
prepared than dead.
But I mean, he can get exhausted though.
Yes, he can get exhausted.
Uh,
Hmm.
tell me,
Crazy because the first answer that I wanted to say, I couldn't even figure out how to correlate because I was like, whatever Lobo has, and I'm like, like flaming chains and a flying motorbike, that'd be pretty nice.
Ghost Rider. Although, but you can only activate those powers at night, though.
This is going to get rough, cleaners. We haven't been to the CDR since the collapse. The recent
Lobo's
So what about
just
you,
like that
David?
all the time.
started salvaging
So what superpowers
that
would you take if there's only apocalypse, David?
for a price.
Kind of a trick question there. I mean, I want to say super strength, but I feel like super strength wouldn't really do me any justice in a zombie apocalypse. Right?
Yeah, because no matter how strong you are, if just one zombie gets a tooth in you, you're done.
Yeah. So I would say,
Fuck.
it's not really like a superpower, but I would want to say the skills of Deadshot.
Okay, so just like a very precise, I will hide somewhere and shoot these things.
Yeah, just because of like the fact of like one shot headshots, and we all know
Yeah.
zombies like they're one shot anyways in the head.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, that's
I
good.
feel like
So like high accuracy and agility, more or less.
yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah,
can
what-
find that.
I figured out what I was trying to get at with the Hulk thing. The best superpower to have in a zombie apocalypse would be like a health factor like Wolverine. Because you would just
I was just gonna
fight
say
off the virus.
you son of a bitch. I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say the Deadpool / Wolverine health regen.
It just came to me because I was like, I was going somewhere with the Hulk, but then once David was like super strength, but super strength wouldn't really help. I was like, yeah, that's all the Hulk has, like super strength. And I was like, what else does he have? But he Hulk has the healing factor too, and that's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
But then also keep in mind too, because Deadpool can easily be turned into a zombie as well, based on the comics.
But true, but even though he's a zombie, he has more control over his thirst and his hunger for blood because of his mutated genes.
You know what I hope Deadpool 3 is, the movie?
We all know what Deadpool 3 is going to be.
I hope it's going to be some version of like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Dude, I want to see a fucking show of that. I'm not even
I
lying.
don't know if you read those comics, but like if they just did a movie
kills the universe.
of him jumping around to different Marvel movies and places and killing off characters that people hated, and at some point in the movie he comes across Hugh Jackman, which we know he's gonna do, and then either Wolverine is trying to either help him kill these people or stop him from killing these people, but either way, that would be a sick movie.
Yeah, somehow he make a cross multiverse leap to DC and kill Green Lantern.
I mean, that's what he did at the end of Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the post-credit scene, they had Ryan Reynolds reading the script, and he was like, "This is it. This is my big break." And then Deadpool shows up and shoots him in the head.
Shoot in the head, yeah. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That movie was so bad.
Makes
I
you
liked
think.
Green Lantern the first time I watched it because I liked the look of it. But then the next time I watched it and I was trying to really watch it for the story, I hated it.
Yeah.
Now, did you know, technically, Danny Phantom has fourth wall ability.
You're gonna have to explain that one, my brother.
Yeah,
You know,
I've watched a YouTube video on that actually.
yeah, Jerry, you know what I'm talking about. You know Danny Phantom, the old show from when we were kiddos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, since he's a Phantom and he can actually go into different like TVs and fourth wall, same as Deadpool. He has the same ability as Deadpool. We just don't know it.
Got to get the keypad.
Think about it. It actually makes a lot of sense.
You know who my favorite fourth wall breaker in comic books is?
Who?
Bat Knight.
Who?
Bat Knight.
Got to shut the incinerators down.
I don't think I know that one.
He's from the same Earth as Mr. Mixapilic.
Oh, okay.
See that?
And he's basically like a fairy version of Batman. And I guess
Yeah.
in a lot of versions of the story, he's like a figment of Bruce's imagination.
Really?
But he breaks the fourth wall.
Looks like
Pain
fate.
Pain tank over here.
Let's see. What else? What else is there?
New
Oh,
season
man.
of The Mandalorian coming soon.
You know what? I may catch a lot of hate for this. I don't really care for Mandalorian.
I like The Mandalorian. I didn't care for the book of Boba Fett. I don't care for a lot of the other stuff that Disney has made, but I do like The Mandalorian. I don't like that they CGI'd Mark Hamill's face on a dude. I wish they had just cast Sebastian Stan as Luke like everyone wants.
Yeah.
Ammo here.
I mean, CGI is cool and all, but like what they did with Carrie Fisher, or what they did to everybody else, that's just I found it pretty disrespectful. Like honestly.
Well, there's this realm of like, if you make a character completely CGI, that's fine. But if you have a human person, then you try to CGI someone else's face onto their face. It starts looking really messed up. And even when you try to like CGI something on someone's face, like we all remember like Mustache Gate with Henry Cavill, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
How they had to like edit out his mustache that he had for Mission Impossible
Everyone okay?
because he had to keep the mustache,
First
and his upper lip just looks like a pale airhead.
Yeah, I remember that. That was not a good, not good at CGI.
Got up some intel over here.
Like sometimes when I watch some of the CGI nowadays, because there's like a very fine line between CGI looking really good and looking really bad, you know? And it's in the area of like, have they made something practical look more real, or have they just created all of this out of nothing?
That's a good question. I mean, me personally, I would think that they created it from somewhere. Got the lookalike from somebody, but I mean, technology now, movie scenes now are way more advanced than they were back in the 90s, because look at case in point, The Matrix.
Yeah.
That entire movie was based on CGI, and that was in the early 2000s.
And here's the thing, that CGI in that movie looked good because they used it in a tasteful way. You know what I mean? Nowadays, they'll just use CGI to create things they could have easily
Need that.
found a real version of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like animals and stuff specifically. Like almost all animals are like CGI in the movies, and like I find it crazy how many movies don't even shoot like on a location. They just all shoot on green screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they put everything else there with CGI.
Talking in this.
Yeah, that
No,
I don't know.
you got a toolkit.
Yeah. Is it over on you?
Yeah, no, it's over here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe something useful behind that door.
what's one thing that you want to see from the new Ranger special and one thing you don't want to see?
Stock here.
Okay, I know.
Oh.
For one, they're going to pay homage and pay respects to Tree and JDF at the end. That's going to be
Mhm.
real awesome, cool to see. What I don't want to see is a bunch of fans still hoarding over the fact that supposedly, because I read a few articles on not articles, stupid fans of the franchise are saying that they're boycotting the movie until Tammy is found guilty, blah 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 blah. I don't want to see that. I really don't. I mean, let the man rest, please. I mean, leave the family alone. Don't boycott anything. If anything, to me, you should be boycotting shit like rape, uh, killing children and so on and so forth, war and all that. That's just something you should boycott, not something that's so little or so meaningless as that.
I agree with that. I agree with that fully.
But it'll be really nice to see all the OGs back again. It'd
Yeah,
be really
that's true.
nice.
Found the stop.
So what about y'all?
I love the fact that they're bringing David Yost back. That is
Yes.
something that I have always enjoyed because I always felt, especially after the events of Zeo, that David Yost would have made a heck of a mentor.
Hell, he would have made a heck of a gold Zeo, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, wasn't
yeah,
he was gonna do it, but he didn't have enough power left in him or whatever.
well, originally he wasn't going to stay for the show because of the all the homophobia that was going on set. I mean, I would imagine if none of that was going on, we probably would have seen him as Gold Zeo Ranger because he did talk about he was making an exit from the show because of it.
Right. And also keep in mind, at least in the storyline on the show, it wasn't the fact that he didn't have any power left. It was because from when they went from being kids to adults, since he did it himself, he basically tainted himself.
He more or less he aged himself
Yeah, well,
more
he
rapidly and
kind
faster.
of, he kind of removed himself from being able to do as much as everyone.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay,
exactly.
so I would say I want to see.
No way through.
I want to see Serpentera,
You okay?
I'm all right, sir. Excellent.
Oh,
and
Need that.
I want
Ton of ammo here.
I want them to find a logical sixth Ranger replacement. Also, as just like a side note, I would like it if they made it clear that Billy was gay. Just because that would do a bunch for David Yost, you know.
well, I mean, if you think about it,
Like, there was
I
never
would.
evidence that he wasn't gay. You
Well,
know,
no. I mean, no. I mean,
not a lot of evidence
it's
that
not
he was
that.
straight either, but
I mean, in reality, I mean, you're watching the show because of the lessons they teach, and because you enjoy it. You're not watching it because he's gay. I
oh
mean,
yeah, no,
I
but I mean,
yeah.
I think it should be if they made it clear that Billy was gay. Um, it would open up Power Rangers to a larger audience of young dudes that may be gay. You know, that maybe. I mean, I know a lot of people, dudes that I grew up with, that stopped being interested in Power Rangers specifically because they heard about the gay drama with Yost and the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that could be repairing some severed ties to past fans that might have been let down by hearing that news. Um,
Yeah.
but as far as what I do not want to see, I do not want them to use that horrendous, overly muscular Lord Zed suit that they've been using in the shows recently. If Lord Zed is going to appear, I want them to have him
Well, we don't
not look like the fat toy version of him from the 90s.
Well, I mean,
Mm,
in a few of the shots, we see the headpiece of Rita Repulsa.
Well, yeah, we know that Robo Rita is going to be the main villain.
Yeah.
But she's going to need, I wonder what lackeys are going to be with her. Like, does she have Goldar? Does she have, Babu and the other guy? Whose name I can't remember. What's the blue guy's name? The fucking blue spider guy?
All clear.
Squat, Babu.
Yes,
Nicely done.
Babu and Squat. Yeah.
um, if they're gonna do Robo Rita, then they're gonna be doing the Beast Morpher version of Goldar. Because
That
technically
was
they didn't
Goldar's son,
defeat.
right?
No, that was Goldar reincarnated.
Oh, really? I thought it
Yeah.
was his son.
I have a serious question though. I mean, I thought about this today. If they have to use the Zords, then what the hell are they going to use since the Dino Zords are destroyed?
What I've actually seen, and this is obviously 100% rumor, but I think that they're going to have access to the different Zords they had access to as Mighty Morphin.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have access to, like, reincarnated Dino Zords, Thunder Zords, Ninja Zords. And
But
I've
we've seen the
suggestions that they might work with, like, a new Megazord configuration made up of, like, let's say, like, Billy will have the Triceratops, Zach will have the Lion Thunder Zord. They like all have different Zords from the different ones they had during Mighty Morphin.
Mm-hmm.
we've seen the Morphin Grid restore, Ranger powers. Like take Adam for instance when he came back from Operation Overdrive, but we've not really seen them restore Megazords.
I mean, truthfully, with the fact that they're going to be using, hopefully, they're going to be using the active timeline of when Adam gets his powers reestablished from the morphine grid. Maybe with Adam's current knowledge of the morphine grid, he might be able to even recreate some of the classic Zords.
That's true. Also, talking about some of the stuff from the comics recently that they might put in the show, I would kind of like it if someone were to mention, even in passing, that there's a slight possibility Zordon could have been not the best guy.
Yeah.
Um, because now in the comics, they've pretty much explicitly stated that Zordon,
Better stop.
ever since he lost his humanly form, like was always just trying to get kids to literally go do dirty work for him, which which was funny because that's what Ivan Ooze said in the '95 movie. He's like, Zordon's still doing a bunch of kids to do his dirty work, huh? You know what I mean? And I would
Yeah,
like it
that's
if
true
they
too.
acknowledge that. Like maybe if the Rangers as adults can kind of see through what he was doing and kind of be like, isn't it weird that every time we almost died, he had like a new thing for us to use?
Mm-hmm.
Heading out.
But I mean, just don't tell Cherubi this. She'll argue with you why she's right and you're wrong. Ain't that right, David?
Yep.
What, have you guys had a Zordon debate with her?
Oh God. What debate have we not had with her?
Need to reload.
Like, honestly. Like, okay, her stance with the comic books. They ruined her childhood with all this other bull crap. When really they don't.
Yes,
They're
they
just
have
opening
completely
up,
ruined Power Rangers forever.
and what they're doing is they're opening up all the what ifs that we've had going on in our heads as kids.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I first, like, this was many years ago now, when Boom first started making those, I was excited. I was very excited.
Here, you look like you need this.
And then
Yep.
I remember the day when I saw a thing, and it was like, Boom Studios comic book writers introduced the first new Mighty Morphin Power Ranger in however many years, and it was Lord Drakon, and I saw it, and I was like, what? That looks dope.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
Mhm.
opened up a lot, what if scenarios that we had going on as kids. Like, what if there's other Rangers, that we don't know about? What happened if Tommy became evil again? Who would he take the form of, green or white? It just, I mean, if you don't like the comic, that's one thing, but don't say it ruins your childhood when it really didn't, because
Yeah,
you had your
honestly,
different universe.
it never even crossed my mind that if Tommy were to remain evil, he would combine the two powers. That never crossed my mind until they did it in the comic book.
Looks like we have a straggler.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully,
Give me a minute.
I don't know. I mean, a lot can be said about how this woman feels about certain things, but at the end of the day, we all have our opinions,
Yep.
Doesn't make us all right. I mean, I can say at the end of the day, which I don't mean it, but I can say, oh, Super Mega Force was the best Ranger series of all time. Just because I believe it doesn't mean that it makes it true, Same with what she feels. Just because she wholeheartedly believes it doesn't make it legit. So,
Yep. But no, man, it's just. No, if this is if this wasn't always if wasn't always is successful, which it will be, what else kind of Power Ranger specials do y'all want to see? Because I mean, I know Space has got, I think, 25-year anniversary coming up pretty soon, or I think they are.
it already is.
I think, okay, so you see Forever Red. How about Forever some of the other colors?
I won't say Forever Green. That's just me.
Or
Or Forever Red 2, or another once always but once and forever or something like that.
So I would agree with Forever Green, but green and black are some of the colors that
They're like
are
interchangeable.
constantly switch.
Yeah.
You know, so if
So
they do like a Forever
yeah, it would be
Blue, that would
like,
be pretty cool.
it would be like,
Let's check this
that's
place
funny.
out.
Like, what would we even call that? What would your title be for a special that included all of the green/black Rangers?
I dressed as a nurse for Halloween.
Always
once.
Would, but
Seems like
I probably would get a lot of
Something-
trouble for it staying the way
Those
it
are the
is.
colors. Those are the colors of a swamp. Something about a swamp. I don't know.
Hear that?
Let's see, Gangsters with Money. That was wrong for me saying. Oh shit, birds. You see David caught it.
Need that.
Why'd you scare him?
I didn't. You
I have
did.
an idea. How about
Bullshit, I
another
have that card.
crossover with the Ninja Turtles? How about that?
You say what?
Another crossover with the Ninja Turtles. Let's do that.
Which version though? Which version of the TMNT are we talking to? Are we talking the Out of the Shadows version of TMNT? Are we talking about 90s TMNT or Rise TMNT?
I'm talking about
Thank you, miss.
90s TMNT, not New Mutation TMNT, but something in between the 90s movies and the next mutation.
Interesting.
Also, I'm surprised at the amazing lack of fan fiction there is that would pertain to like Power Rangers in space being in like the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
what
what?
about-
You're actually onto something.
Like, what about Power Rangers in space versus the Sith and the Jedi? Because neither of them know what they're up to, and they think they're both politically corrupt and they're just trying to save everyone.
Leading
And,
up here.
And after, so Zane gets killed by the Emperor, right? The Emperor lightning Zane to death. Okay.
Over here. Come on, Tim. Look,
Yoda becomes a Ranger.
That would be hilarious.
Well, wait, okay. Alright, I just had a funny moment. Okay. You say Yoda would be a Ranger, right?
He would take
Would he,
Zane's
like,
place
what-
as the Silver Ranger.
No, but hear me out. If he would morph, would he be like a Justin Foster and grow?
First aid cabinet there.
No.
Yourself up now.
He stays Yoda.
That's hilarious.
Just think about it.
He stays Yoda size in a very tiny Power Ranger outfit.
But I mean, they wouldn't be able to hit him. Most of the blasts would just go right over his head.
How have you fixed up?
Yeah, well, it's not for the enemies, it's for him, so that he can still remain nimble.
Need that.
In fact, that's one of the reasons that he does stay small. It'll be harder for people to shoot him.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought, okay, you just blew my mind with Star Wars Power Ranger crossovers. Like, would Obi-Wan Kenobi be red or green?
Now, are we
Obi-Wan Kenobi
talking
is not-
pre-Sith
Obi-
Anakin, blue or green?
No, I said Kenobi.
I know,
Clone
but
Wars
think about
Kenobi.
it. But think about it.
Anakin branches off and starts the Psycho Rangers, obviously.
I think Anakin reminds me more of Decker. If he was a villain, Decker would probably be Anakin.
That is a good point.
So, but who would?
What about Power Rangers Lost Galaxy? Xenomorphs get into the fucking Terror Dome from
Okay,
Alien.
game over. Game over.
Like someone arrives back from like a trip into space. They're in there. They're passed out. Chest burster comes out of their chest. That's the beginning. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, Xenomorphs running around everywhere. The Power Rangers are fighting them. With their
Okay.
quasar sabers and stuff.
Hmm.
Moving around.
Yeah,
this
that's
would be an idea.
that's
Also then, Corone is able to train the Xenomorphs because of course she could.
Okay. Okay. So
you're making me think.
yeah,
It's
same
not
here.
a
I don't like
bad
thinking 'cause it hurts
idea.
much. So wait, so who would the Predator be? Because the Predator is in the Xenomorph universe.
Predator versus Phantom Rider. Mic drop.
Yo. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You were trained to use that.
I like it. I'm loving the idea. I'm loving it.
So Predator would be the Phantom Ranger. So the Phantom Ranger could turn invisible.
True.
But let's see, what else we got here? Okay, we already discussed crossovers. What if we had crossed over?
You know the dangers of rest.
What's that?
Marvel and DC.
Need that.
You look like you need this.
Need that.
So what if we crossed over Hawkeye and Green Arrow?
Gotta slap a patch on this.
Green Arrow all day.
No, I know. I'm
Yeah.
not saying, but I'm saying like, what if we took the two and like fused them?
Can we?
What would we get?
Green
Green
Hawkeye.
Hawk Arrow.
Hawkeye and Green Arrow. Wouldn't they just be Hawkeye?
True.
Because they're one and the same.
They've already made the best Marvel DC amalgamation when they did Batman and Wolverine together and called him Dark Claw.
Thank you.
That's kind of cool. I would say that. But imagine if the Green Lantern Corps was a Power Ranger team.
You know that I can see.
But then they would all be green, right? Are you saying
No,
each of the Lantern
bro.
Corps would
Green.
pick one person?
Green, white,
colors?
black, orange, blue, red.
Watch the fucking fire. This way.
Are we picking
But black.
which? Are we picking which character from actual Green Lantern lore would be which Ranger?
Yeah.
What I want.
Okay, so Green Ranger for the Green Lantern,
Reloading.
Kyle Reiner. A lot of people would say Hal Jordan. I'm saying Kyle Reiner because he's a little more badass. Red Leonard's, I have to pick Atrocitus. He's the strongest. And he would obviously have his cat with him the entire time. His cat could also get a cool Ranger suit. Black Lanterns, I mean, it's hard to do because everyone's a Black Lantern once they are dead, technically.
Yeah.
I guess maybe just the main guy, that
Don't rightly mind if I do.
Charles Hand guy, like the guy that plays
I'll have
the
you fixed up
actual
soon.
Thanks, Holly.
original Black Lantern
One
before
more
it
scar
became
for
a
the
thing.
collection.
Yeah.
Orange Lanterns would obviously have to be Lars Sleazy because he's the only one. Blue Lanterns, the giant elephant one. And then I think Indigo Lanterns is the only other one. And I really don't know enough about them to pick.
Here, let me take care of that.
Propane here.
Why on earth did I pick this up?
So I would have to disagree with the Green Lantern. More so because, in my opinion, if you're the Green Ranger, then you're always back up. You're basically number 2, right?
Yeah.
For Carl Reiner, however, I think he would always be like the last person they would ever call, right? And that's just my
Yeah.
opinion. So I would
mean-
pick John Jones as as the Green Ranger, Green Lantern. I'm stuck, and I'm dying.
No,
Let's see. Red would have to be, what's his name? From the he was a Red Lantern, but then he switched over to be a Blue Lantern in the cartoon series. I forget his name.
Yeah. I think I would have to say, I mean, yeah, what I have to do with David. Carl Reiner, I've been Carl Reiner fan. My biggest concern is who would be playing Sinestro. That's my concern. Who would be a good Sinestro?
I got you, Walker. Appreciate you having me back. I didn't know better. I think he was trying to kill me.
Quit moving around.
Much
I don't have to
appreciated,
do
Holly.
this, you know.
Quit moving around. Zombies around me, dumbass.
Need to reload.
Yes.
Ammo here.
Leftovers over here.
But whew,
Everyone okay?
I know I'm not.
Thanks, Walker.
No, so since we got, what we want to talk about in the first episode, so we got to make sure we stay on topic because I know I can tell you for a fact that, it'll be kind of hard to stay on topic with everything, running on the air.
Well, we're gonna have to, what we should do, I think we have a good idea of the things that we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, some of these things that we've talked about tonight, I think maybe it would suit us good to make like an outline or something,
Mm-hmm.
so that we know what things we're going to discuss in what order.
Right.
And I don't really think we need to put a time limit on anything. Like, we can just be like, we're going to start by talking about this, then once we're done with that, we'll transition into this,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next thing and the next thing,
Yeah.
you know?
I'll take that. That one's down.
Oh yeah,
There'll be more.
definitely should do that.
Be in the clear.
'Cause I don't want
should
us to
we
get off
have,
topic.
should we have, like, wrestling be a part of the podcast at all? That's kind of a nerd
Oh,
thing.
hell yeah.
Need to take care of this.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, WrestleMania season is upon us. I mean, we got Elimination Chamber coming up.
Yeah.
I'll have you fixed up soon.
Thanks, Holly.
Which, by the way, Sami Zayn is not beating Roman Reigns, okay? Because it's already set for Cody Rhodes to dethrone Roman Reigns.
Let's go.
Yeah. You're right.
But
Also,
I am kind of, I want to see what's going on between not Jimmy, Jay and Sami Zayn though.
you guys
What
know
you were saying?
that Jay Briscoe died recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, heard about
Yeah,
that.
I knew him. I've met him before. I have hung out in his backyard where they have a makeshift wrestling ring in between a couple chicken houses.
I thought you were trained to use that.
Damn, bro.
Okay? Thanks, Hawk.
Yeah, a
You
friend of
know,
mine works at the liquor store right down the street from their house. Sees them all the time.
Damn.
you know for a fact that you had a big impact in the wrestling world, and you never stood foot in WWE. For WWE to announce on the air about your passing.
That's because WWE knows that they're trash at this point.
God damn, dude. Well, I mean, they're
You're
they're
way better
slowly
off.
getting ready back.
You're way better off watching AEW or like Ring of Honor or even Japanese wrestling, honestly.
So I'm
New
actually
Japan's
going
got
to
some good shit.
the Ring of Honor pay-per-view in March at the USC Coliseum.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
should patch yourself up.
You said you're going to it?
Yep.
You already got your tickets?
Yep. They were
What's the main
$45
event,
a piece.
You know?
I have no idea what the main event is right now. I don't think they've announced it yet. But they
Yeah,
announced
they
that.
haven't gotten to that part in the story yet.
Mm.
I swear,
No.
I could be a very good storyline writer for professional wrestling.
Yeah. No. I think the
Yeah, I'm
last
so
wrestling
surprised no one's ever booked John Cena. Like, fucking
What?
years ago, I kept thinking to myself, the perfect match would be John Cena versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Stone Cold Steve Austin only officially quit wrestling like a couple of years ago, and they never pulled the trigger on that.
Yeah. You know what I hate? Since you just brought that up, I hate the fact that they're trying to pass Kevin Owens as the next Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, because he does the stunner.
I hate that. Yes, which he doesn't do as well as Steve Austin.
Yeah, no. And I like his previous
The
finishing move more. The
Yeah.
pop-up powerbomb. How do you guys feel
Which-
about The Undertaker passing the torch to Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt. But I want to know what he said to Bray Wyatt. That's what kills me.
We may never know. You know what I mean?
Like, I want to know what he said in his ear. Yeah. Yeah.
He probably just like leaned into his ear and was like, "Hey, you have to be the scary guy now because I'm definitely not coming back."
Yeah. I actually want to see a 6-man tag of the Bloodline, the Usos and Roman Reigns against Undertaker, the Fiend, and the Boogeyman.
No. Undertaker, the Fiend, and Kane, bro.
Oh yeah, that.
Fuck
That's the
the
Boogeyman. I don't know. I always liked the Boogeyman, but he put worms in people's mouths.
He is a character. He is a very strange individual.
Well, it was kind of cool. He could put worms in people's mouth. If I did that,
Right.
I could hit with a sexual harassment lawsuit.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Jeremy, when this starts, don't start it yet.
You got.
For the love of God, don't goddamn start it. No,
I'm not going to start anything. I can't leave the room until he's here. Like, we're in a safe room. You're playing a zombie game called Back for Blood, and you start off in a safe room. and I can't start the level until I can. All I gotta do is open the safe room door, and the level starts. I should be an asshole and start it anyway.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Make fun of my little pee-pee. How dare you?
Do you guys think they're ever gonna make like a really good Power Rangers video game?
Bro, I hope so.
I feel
mean-
like the fighting games that they've made, they're so simple that they're not fun.
I mean, Battle for the Grid was fun for a while, and then it got boring real quick.
Long road ahead. Better stock up.
I mean, how awesome would it be if we had a Power Ranger game just like Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy? Imagine that.
Yeah, like just like open world Angel Grove type of deal.
Yeah, like you could visit different universes, kind of like Kingdom Hearts, where you Angel Grove, you go to the Arceus universe, Mystic Force universe, so on and so forth, and like recruit different rangers for your cause.
Magazine.
That would be a game changer. But we're not, because many AAA title studios won't pick it up and won't, make it.
That's because they know that Power Rangers, it's so loved by so many people. It's very easy to mess up. Like, look at what Disney did when they had it.
Oh God, don't bring that up. I mean, Disney had some good shows.
Heading out.
I mean, at least Power Rangers was able to break the Disney stranglehold. Marvel will never break that stranglehold.
No,
Nothing's
they belong to Disney forever now.
Yeah.
You know what I think about a lot when I think about like Disney and the things they own? Have you
What?
guys ever seen the episode of South Park about the Jonas Brothers?
Yeah.
And Mickey Mouse is like the leader of Disney, and he's just like kicking the Jonas Brothers' ass, and like, you have to wear the purity rings so that we can sell sex to little girls. And he punches them in the mouth.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't do that impression ever again. We'll have nightmares now.
Yeah. I love you, Gab, but please don't.
Oh, yes.
Hey, get that utility card. Remember I told you about that magician card I have? Pick it up. It's useful. Okay, Jerry, I love you and all, but who the hell kicked you in the balls, honestly?
My cat.
Your cat kicked you in the... I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
Probably
Oh,
best
shit.
if you don't.
Hear that?
You should know how to use your weapon by now.
Oh, bro, you scared him.
Oh well.
No, but you should really get this game downloaded, Jerry, so we can all three cause mass mayhem. It's fun as fuck.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm gonna do all that tomorrow. Honestly, talking to you guys tonight and doing like the sample podcast has gotten me out of my funk. I feel like I'm ready to become a productive member of society again when I'm not at work. So
Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. I love you too.
yeah, so what we did tonight, we're not gonna publish it, but we can listen back to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna publish it. I'm just gonna edit it, probably raise the voices up a little bit, um, and just go from there and see what works. I'll probably take a couple like 30, 45-second snippets of when we were actively talking about something, and then upload it, and just go from there.
Okay.
Yeah. Excuse Jerry's putting us on hold.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh no, man. I forgot what level this was.
Maybe you should. I think it would be hilarious if you left the part about me putting you on hold in.
Yeah, we were just talking about that like 20 seconds ago.
I think it would be hilarious if you left that part in, because
We were lucky this time.
I wish you could have heard me during that, because I could hear you, and I heard what you guys were saying, and I was like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And like Aaron was like looking at me like I was going crazy. Because obviously she could hear me.
Yeah, I mean we couldn't hear you, but you know.
So I missed the news right there at the end. Never a TV fan. Recent events. I've been wondering again how all this started. In a lab.
Oh man, but today was sucked.
Also, David said something in that time that I think could be a good slogan for our podcast.
In the last few days before
Which is
You said I didn't know that you could do that on a podcast. We should make that like a thing where like someone says something where like I didn't know you could say that on a podcast.
I like it.
Or like yeah, like I didn't know you could do that on a podcast. That would be pretty funny.
Be like, congratulations, you've been Zeonized.
Yeah, because like I was laughing my ass off actually, which is why I hoped that you guys could hear me. Because like
Taking this.
when David was like, I didn't know you could do that on a podcast, I was trying to say something to you guys, but I had already started the call with her, so I wasn't able to actually say anything to you. But I was like laughing my ass off because I was like,
Watch where you're
what if this was like a common occurrence in the podcast? Like one of us was just like, hey, I gotta go do something real quick. Bye. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll leave it in there if I have the snippet, because me and Jeremy were just like talking, just talking. So I can add a sound effect to it, then probably I'll probably keep it in there, and then you know, probably just put that on publish it, and then use that as like a trailer for people to like what to look forward to.
That's probably a good idea. Get some of the good snippets from what we did tonight, and make it into like a decent trailer. Should we try to go ahead and agree on when we're gonna do the first actual episode?
I think that's more so like based on our schedules, our work schedules. Just because my days off are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Jeremy's days off are Tuesday and Wednesday.
And my days off are Sunday and Monday, so we might as well all go fuck it.
Just yeah. Or what we could do is like schedule a day where we're both able to, get on, so we don't have to go to work in the morning, and like brainstorm, talk about what we're gonna talk about, get kind of like a script going, and then the day, do it the next day or whatever.
So you're suggesting that we once a week we talk and figure out what the podcast is going to be. Then we set when we're going to do the podcast, but we already know what we're going to talk about, so we can just start.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
sort of, kind of like that. Kind of talk about, because we don't want to start doing what the fuck was that? But we don't want to start doing a podcast and run with a blank and for like 2 or 3 minutes. We don't know what to talk about. It's best to keep our eyes open, pop culture news and what's going on with movies, games, anime, whatever's coming out, and then write down our research and then brainstorm it on that day.
Yeah.
If our
I would
podcast
hate
takes off, if our podcast actually takes off, we're probably also going to need to come up with some type of recorded intro or something.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that part's easy.
Over here.
Much appreciated.
Especially when it comes to YouTube. Jeremy, you put me onto that one artist who allows content creators. Yeah, who allows content creators to use his music. So
Without
if we
copyright.
can find, without copyright, we can find a song that we like. We can use that as the intro song. Play it for like 1 to 2 times, and that way it gives us time to like get our drinks. Be able to get things together. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because if we're gonna be doing this podcast for however long, if we're streaming it, then cool. If we're recording it, like Jeremy said, we can split it into 2 episodes and call it a day.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah,
That
that sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's worse than it is.
And then come PMC, we'll have a shit ton of shit to talk about. I mean, and and that's why I just, speaking of PMC, that's why I decided for us to get an Airbnb. We'll have more room to move around and do our recording than us being in separate hotel rooms and have to use that room for recording purposes.
I've got you.
Yeah, and I mean, even if
First aid cabinet.
by the time we go to PMC,
Use that.
there might be like 1 or 2 people there that have heard our podcast. That would be cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
it's possible, guys. Very possible.
What do you want to do? Scare 'em to death?
I mean, that's why us get shirts or whatever so we can wear so people recognize us. Oh, you're the clowns from Zeonizer Podcast. Oh, like thank you, that's us.
Always count on me.
And like, which one's Bobo the clown? Oh, that'd be Jerry. He's over there. Jerry's Bobo the clown. David is Krusty the clown, and I am Barney from Crossing Swords.
I was gonna say Creepy the Clown, but sure, that works too.
I
Well,
was
I
gonna say
call you-
Ronald McDonald, but
We're gonna call you Paul Rudd the Clown.
asshole. How dare you? I am not Paul Rudd the clown. I am Blarney the clown.
Still blows me away. You don't even look like him at all. Anyway.
Thank you. Tell my woman that. She claims I look like Paul Rudd, and I don't. And it has to.
Does your woman wear glasses?
What?
Tell
Does your
her,
woman wear glasses?
tell her if she wants to make you feel sexy, pick someone you actually look like other than someone that looks the opposite of you.
I'll never say no to an extra ad.
Nah.
Well, the reason why I ask, right, is because, like, my wife, she wears glasses. So when she says, oh, yeah, you look like this person or whatever, I'm like, clean out the dirt out your glasses. That's fine.
Ah,
Yeah, clean the dirt out of your glasses. I don't look like no Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say, I'm
Glasses
pretty
get
sure
clean.
Stefano does wear glasses. Yeah.
Yeah. My penis ain't gonna be shrinking like an ant. Fuck you. No. No. That's not as bad. It has so much that I look like this is their Frank. I want to slap the shit out of him. So how dare you disrespect my idol?
Shut this place down.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
funny. 'Cause you're like, no, that motherfucker is way more attractive than me. Fuck off.
No shit. And they said at the end, said, well, who do I look like? And I looked at them. I said, my foot up your ass.
LMG.
You're like, right now you kind of look like the Crypt Keeper. Keep talking.
Hey, don't insult the Crypt Keeper, man. He's OG, man. He's awesome, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a suave gentleman.
What's
My
your
bad.
20?
Yeah. You look like fucking Dak Shepard. That's what I want to say you look like.
Jack Shepard?
Yeah.
Thank you, dude. Dang. That's high praise.
Yeah, it is high praise. You look like Dak Shepard in part-time Jesus Christ.
I am Jack Shepard preparing for a role to play Jesus Christ, okay?
Would that be like
Yeah,
a
like
scary
something
movie?
else. I would think so.
It's actually the sequel to Passion of the Christ. Mel Gibson's writing it.
You know who fuck David reminds me of?
Don't do it.
Do
He
it.
reminds
Do
me.
it.
He reminds me of the ghetto version of Silent Bob. Dang it, Silent Bob.
I hate you so much.
Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Cover me.
Or Kevin Federer. No, I'm not gonna say that shit. No,
Don't go
I'll take
Kevin
that back.
Federline. Out of all people.
Oh.
It's funny because I
Oh,
can't
God.
really think of what I would attribute to David looking like. I gotta think about it.
You know what? I take that
I would have
back. I should-
appreciated more Paul Blart look-alike, but Kevin Federline? That's just disrespectful.
You're right. I take that back because you're probably gonna have to res me here a little bit. They say, why did he raise it? Oh, I insulted by calling him Kevin Federline. That's fine.
Over here.
Walker, here.
Yeah, I really can't think of anything.
Oh my goodness. See, and really,
Oh,
people
no,
say,
I got it. I got it.
I'm like, oh,
I got it.
oh god.
David,
Go for it.
David. You look like Zordon once all the kids realized that he was a piece of shit.
I
And then
hate
he
you
just had-
so much.
And then he just had to retire to like eating holographic Cheetos. In his
Holographic
tube-
Cheetos.
in his tube, you know.
Is that even a
Alpha,
Original,
another
I give it
bag,
to you.
You know. That wasn't even very accurate. It's just the first thing I could come up with.
Try not to get bitten again.
No, but it made me laugh, so.
I think it's better than being Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Just point where you don't want it.
No, but besides Paul Rudd, who do I look like?
Looked like Jeremy Renner when he was in the hospital.
You look like Slim Jesus with a real beard.
Okay, now you're an asshole. Look like Stone Cold Jeremy Ryder. We'll get so much hate for that, man.
I'm glad you both knew who Slim Jesus was. I'm glad I didn't have to explain that. I was
Yeah.
scared I was gonna have to, and that it was gonna make it not funny.
No. Yo, actually, you know what? I take that back, David. You know who you look like the most to me?
Oh.
A Simpsons character. I'm gonna let you guess which one I'm referring to.
If you say Apu, I'm going to shoot you myself.
No, I'm not racist. No,
What was it?
you look like the mafia boss from The Simpsons.
I'll take it.
You look like Meg
Do we have
Griffin
a-
after she became Mike.
Okay, now
Ah,
you can shoot Jerry now.
that was a good one.
Need ammo.
That was a good one.
We should definitely make this part of the podcast where we just insult each other for like 20 minutes.
You know, Jerry, you look like the white version of Cleveland from Family Guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I think he was more so of the bear.
Oh,
The
the
Family
bear
Guy.
from the Cleveland show. Yeah. I like that one.
Appreciate it.
Oh, we're doing this here.
Smoke grenade.
Back.
Can't have you bleeding to death now.
Okay, I just fucked that shit up. Wow. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Just a question: do we want to invite people as guests for like say like we have a discussion to where we feel like it's going to be kind of argument based, and should we bring somebody on to even it out?
I
Yes.
think I think if we're gonna have guests, which I think we definitely should have guests, basically all we would need to do is get that person in a chat with us so we could like talk before we actually recorded, and then
Need a second to fix this.
yeah, because obviously when you're doing a podcast, especially like the one we're trying to do, where it's a lot of speculation and opinionated based things, having more people would make it more interesting. So
Yeah.
whereas most of the times it'll be us. I do think every now and then it would be poignant to have one, maybe two guests on.
I'm on here. Down, boy.
Yeah.
Maybe people who have different opinions than we do, you know?
You need this?
Still worse than that time I fell out of the apple tree.
Yeah.
Keep your beams low.
Now here's
I
the
feel a
question:
little-
would y'all want to invite Cherubi on the cast?
No.
Listen, here's the thing. I wouldn't be 100% against it,
I see him.
but it would have to be such a contained segment of the show. Like 20 minutes with Cherubi, then cut that shit. You know?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
But at this point, I almost feel like she hit me up the other day and said, "What's up?" And I was like, "Haven't heard from you in a while." Which I only said that because, I mean, I would never just hit her up. So she messaged me and I asked her what she'd been up to, and she went on this whole tangent about some more like cosplay gear she's trying to get. And
Careful with that. Just careful with that, because I always say that for this.
hey,
All right,
listen, I'm not paying for any of her shit.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
saying
pay
I just
for
paid
something nice for myself.
I paid $700 for a custom Power Ranger helmet. I got
Yeah,
my
and
ass handed to me.
That's
Literally.
freaking insane, dude. You could have spent half that and sent me and David a helmet that we would have liked.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, shit. Fuck you. No, I told her. I said I could actually had a friend of mine who makes Wild Ranger 5. He said he only charged me $400. She wanted to go with a guy called Stickosaurus, who charges literally an asshole in a leg for the
Wild
shit.
Ranger 5 makes really good helmets. I didn't know that you
He
knew him,
does.
but I've seen his Facebook before.
Yeah, he's made, not me, but he's made a good friend of mine most of his helmets, and recently, and this is a good price.
Mhm.
Made him Magna Defender helmet. So, but I told her, so I got this guy, and she's like, "Oh, I like Stickosaurus." And I said, "Okay, send me the invoice of how much it is and whatnot."
What did she like about it? What did she like about it? Had she ordered something from him before?
No, bro, no. It's because she wanted the helmet and Sama's sister. And he said that if you buy a helmet, I'll make the sword for you free. That's what got her.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime she sends me cosplay ideas, she's asked me before, "Could you help me?" I said, "No, I'm sorry."
See, the thing is, the big difference between the three of us and Cherubi is that we all have a need to make money and save money, you know?
Yeah.
And that is not something that she has. Unfortunately.
Well,
you know.
Well, she doesn't work. So Social Security, I mean, it's disability and whatnot. But I told her legally you can work 20 hours a week and still get disability.
Yeah.
But she goes, "Oh, I have a heart defect. I have this. I have this." I was like, tell yourself you can't do something. You're just gonna believe that you can't do it.
I should give her a list of the things that I have. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
Like, I hate everyone that I meet. I have a hard time not being an asshole to people when they're being stupid. Like.
Wait, so you hate me? You never met me? You hate me? What? Really?
No, I hate most of the people that I ever meet where I'm working. I find it very hard to relate to people. Like, honestly, when I met you guys online was like one of the last times that I actually like extended the hand of friendship in any direction.
They should feel very honored.
All these people out here, a lot of these people are like, most people are mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's people in general, bro.
Yeah,
no
that's why I don't fuck
nowadays. Yep. Oh yeah, I understand it cold-heartedly. But no,
I'm pretty mean myself, so I can't blame them. But it's just like it's like a vicious cycle of like when you work around people who are just as destitute and hungry as you.
Yeah. This is bullshit. There's no investment cabinet. This is bullshit. But no. But she also sent me a picture of a Kamen Rider belt because she believes that
picture too.
She believes that we all should rock Kamen Rider belts at DMC. Like, okay, I'm all for that idea and all, but why? I mean,
wouldn't it make much more sense if we wore Morpher belts or something?
Yeah.
We're not going to Kamen Rider Con.
Oh, speaking of Kamen Rider, I told David that James Gunn has said he is very, since he is a fan of Chinese, Hong Kong, and Japanese movies. He's always wanted to direct or write a Kamen Rider TV series.
And something about that, considering you said James Gunn, there was a time in the past when Marvel had the rights to make comic books about Sentai and Kamen Rider. So
really?
Yeah, that. Yep.
So they would definitely have stories. I started watching the Ultraman series that's on Netflix. Really good. They have like 8 different Ultramen in there. And pretty fun show to watch overall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'll take this.
the main character, it's one of those things where they take the original Ultraman and they make it so none of the stuff that ever happened after that happened. Kind of like they do to like horror movies and stuff now.
Yeah.
And then it's like years in the future, and the guy that was Ultraman, he doesn't remember that he was Ultraman, but he still works at that company that made the Ultraman gear. And this evil Ultraman shows up from space and starts fucking shit up. And then he starts to remember that he was Ultraman, but he's too old to be Ultraman. So his son becomes Ultraman. But that company has also created various other Ultraman suits for different Ultramen.
Yeah. But no, and I told her, I said, look, my main focus is one, getting this house that I'm in, because I'm saving up to see because the house that I'm in right now, I'm trying to get the lease for, and I need to save up $2,800, and hopefully, whenever I get all my tax return money, I'll have enough that plus to get the membership. And I said, right now, I'm not looking to buy you or your mom's membership because I'm not trying to be homeless again. So she goes, oh, I understand. I said, well, if you understand, why you keep asking?
Because she's hoping that the answers are going to change.
I mean, if anything...
I mean, it's unfortunate that, I mean, I could have helped her a little bit more if someone hadn't drove a truck into my house, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
Now that happened to me, now that happened, you know, it's a miracle that I can even afford to pay for myself, you know what I mean? So.
Right.
I mean, but even still,
yeah.
like, me and Jeremy have talked about it, bro. Like, if you're short or whatever like that, like, we'll cover the rest. That's not an issue, bro. Like, that's not... Hell no. Like, we would rather help you out because we know you have a job and you are physically capable of actually working and everything, you know, versus Cherubi, who doesn't.
I mean, she's a sweet girl and all, but I mean, to sit there and say you can't do this because of a disability, there's people I used to work with who have Down syndrome, and they're some of the hardest working people I've ever had the chance to work with. It's a matter of, if you keep telling yourself you can't do this, sooner or later your brain's going to tell you, hey, you can't do this. What are you doing?
Right.
But I mean, you know, she can, you know, do what she can to save up money. Because I told her we had like 520 something days until tickets to memberships close. If anything, she can still buy a non-attending membership and still get sent all the stuff that we'll get with membership.
I guarantee that she could save up enough money. She could.
She could, yes. But she like everything else. You have to make an effort.
Oh, Jeremy, guess who hit me up yesterday?
Cherubi? Not Cherubi. Embryo?
No, Jordan.
Shut up.
Yeah, no. She messaged me.
Tell that bitch to back off, man. You're a happy man now with somebody else.
Yeah, she was just asking me how I was doing, and I was like, I've been better, but I'm okay. And it's funny because her profile picture is her and some guy now.
Lucky
So
me.
I don't know why she would
Ooh,
message
that
me.
bitch, that bitch is creeping. He creeping.
This way.
I'm telling you, man.
I look back on that time period where when I was with Jordan as like one of the most insane times of my life. That girl was crazy.
I'll be fixed up soon.
And it's very rare that you get a real sense of how crazy someone is in a long distance relationship. But seriously, that girl was off base.
Yeah, dude, David, you remember her, Jordan?
Vaguely.
Here.
She constantly would have. Wait. Was David in first class disaster, Jerry? Or was it just us?
David, I don't think was in first class disaster.
No, by
Oh,
the
okay.
time I met up with you guys, uh, Jerry and Jordan were starting to be on the outs.
Okay.
So that was after me and her had our like 3 month weird relationship.
Good for keeping people out.
No, this
Yeah,
was like towards the
Jordan-
end of that.
Right.
Jordan
yeah.
was obsessed with. She was obsessed with having sex during the role play, like legitimately, like sexting almost.
Yeah, I remember that.
And like
That part I
I
do
would be
remember.
lying if I said I didn't have a good time with it for a bit. Especially because
This. Let's see what's
I was staying at my dad's house at the time and I was alone a lot. And she sent me a lot of really nice pictures of herself. But it has got to be like too much. Especially when she expected me. She like wanted me to go to Texas and pick her up. Or whatever.
I think it was
wow.
Alabama. From
Also said that
Alabama, I think.
she also said that if I came, she wasn't even 100% sure she would leave with me.
Now what the fuck's the point?
Yeah, it was weird.
That's like-
And like, it was when we did a lot of roleplay gaming like we used to do. And yeah, every day, every time she would get onto those games, she would attempt to have sex with my character in the game.
Yeah, even mine at one point.
Here, let me take
That's just creepy.
Thank you.
I don't have to do this, you know.
Leave that.
All clear.
Oh, big bitch.
That leaves you.
And we're not talking about Jordan, by the way.
Banged up back
It's something else.
It's funny that you said Ambriel because I haven't heard from her in forever, and I wouldn't even know how to get up there.
She messaged me a few weeks ago.
Didn't her husband get like arrested or something?
Yeah, pedophile.
Yeah, for like child
Looking at
porn.
child porn. Yeah. Wait, do you remember Mike David?
I always knew there was something wrong with that guy.
Yeah, I remember the dude.
Burns.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Embryo was just a fucking idiot.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself." And she sent us pictures of cut skin from Google. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
I
And then
remember
Google-
that. I remember that night. I remember that night because she sent it to the chat. And
What's that?
I don't know if that was the first night
Red
me
kid.
and Jeremy started a private chat, but it might have been. And he sent me like a screenshot of Google, and he had like searched like split wrists or something, and it was like the third picture that showed up.
Yeah.
The main person I miss from back then, I wish we could get back up with like Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy was kind of cool.
Let's see what you're made of.
I think
But he was
secretly,
at that
Lucy was-
age.
But secretly, I thought Lucy was kind of gay, you know. But
Oh, I'm
you
sure
know,
that he
kind
was
of
gay.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just he, you know,
Try not to get bitten again.
But he was at that age where Because what, he was like 16, 17, so at this point, he's probably not even interested in that type of thing anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you change.
Remember when there was like this whole like 3 weeks of him asking us for advice on how to impress this girl at his youth group?
Oh, I remember that.
Wait, is this the same Lucian that when we were doing the roleplay thing, he always wanted to be like the Wolf Ranger?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
he's the one that was the anime. He loved anime, but he's never seen Power Rangers.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
Jeremy, remember the one role-playing game he started, the like Haunted Mansion one?
Yo, the Supernatural Dimension.
Yeah, that one was fun.
That was fun until Jordan ruined it.
Yeah, every time Jordan got into one of those games, he just wanted to fuck something with words.
Yeah, mainly.
And she just had to write like a giant paragraph with like vivid details, you know?
Who's got a sniper?
Like there's a kid in here, you know?
Yeah, I don't think she cared.
Nah.
But every old messaged me, and how you doing? I'm fine. She goes, oh, well, I'm single. You know what I said?
I've got you, Walker.
Good for you.
I said, okay. I said, okay, and your point. She goes, you interested? I said, I told her, I said, I would rather fuck a fucking zombified hippopotamus than you.
I would have just said stay that way for a while.
What is that?
RPK, David.
Ooh, I have a legendary M249.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
This is an epic.
Good attack.
You know,
Nope.
I gotta tell you guys something.
What's up?
I've been really depressed for like a week, you know? Which is
Yeah.
why I haven't really been talking to you guys. And just, like, talking to you guys, just, you know, it's really improved, like, my morale, or, like, whatever.
No, morale's the right word.
Sometimes it's just hard to, like, hit the button, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
then, like, once I've hit it, you know, it's like, we definitely need to be making this podcast, because, like, we all have really good chemistry, you know?
Of course, man.
Man, we've had good chemistry for like, what, going on 3 years now?
Yep.
I mean, because if it wasn't for sucky auto drive, I hate saying the word, but if it wasn't for auto drive, then we really would not know each other right now.
Hey, shout out to the backflip out the window into the Jeep. Alright?
That always
You-
cracked me up.
It was like, it was a school teacher. Oh, here comes the Eagle bad guys. We crashed into the fucking school. I'm gonna jump out, flip out the front window into my Jeep and drive off. Like, bro, you're so brave. Why you being a Power Ranger? You're so brave.
And, like, what's funny is that was, like, the first one of those role-playing games I had ever even tried. And I knew, I was like, that's not allowed. You can't just fucking... It's like, I just get God mode
like-
powers? Fuck off.
See it?
It's like he reminded me of Boom from SPD. I don't know why. So goofy ass looking. Fuck.
What's she?
Hey. Oh, what the hell we walked into? Off me. Off me. Hey. Hey. Off me. I need a stun gun. That's what I need.
I'm gonna have to get on there tomorrow with you guys. It sounds fun.
Like, bro, it's fun, but also aggravating at the same time.
Yeah, that's the thing about video games for me.
I was here.
Some people can balance the fun and the aggravation. But if I get aggravated enough, I'll just quit the game.
Well, I mean, when you're playing with me and David, trust me, we had a lot of fun times on this game. But I get not back to blood. I get Cold War. Oh shit! I get Cold War pretty soon in my headgear. So
Yeah.
because
At least there,
David said
it's a
David
little
just
bit
said
more.
Cold War. Yeah, Cold War zombies are better from what I've heard.
What kind of cowboy
Yeah.
shit is this?
The last zombies that I played was like Black Ops 2.
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
had
no,
that's what I was asking. Do they have like the map that's like the theater anymore?
No.
That was
I
a
think
good map.
the very last zombies I played was World at War.
So
That was the first zombie.
with Black Ops Cold War, they have a mode where it's open world to a certain extent. It's more multiplayer maps, but it's zombies based. You can
So
exfil.
like a larger space then.
Oh, a whole much larger space. And then each map
more,
comes with its
yeah.
own objective, whether it's like hold out for like 3 minutes, or escort, or like certain missions and stuff, right? You also have your traditional maps. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 maps, 4 of your traditional maps. And then you have a mode that's called Onslaught, which is just waves and waves and waves of zombies, but it's only 2-player, and you basically have to follow like a purple orb around, like a soul box.
Oh, okay, so but like the one you guys are playing, Back for Blood, could we all play that like as a threesome? No homo.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Every character has a class.
Yeah.
David's mostly played a character called Walker. He's a soldier. He's been carrying around like heavy machine, like RPK and MG42 and other rifles. I've been playing as Jim, fucking Duck Dynasty ripoff. That's what he looks like.
Really?
I mainly carry like shotguns and submachine guns. But they have sniper rifles in here. They have shotguns, machine guns, assault rifles, flamethrowers, pistols, bow and arrows, shotguns, everything. Really. It's just dope. If you play this, do not use the Barrett 50 caliber. No.
Yeah.
It's dope.
All right, guys. So I gotta cut this off. It's 10 o'clock my time, and I gotta be up at 5 in the morning. So
Sounds
I gotta
good.
get me some
So like
Mimi sleepies.
tomorrow night, we can get like whatever our snippet clips of this is, maybe.
Yeah. I'll edit them tomorrow when I get home from work. And then go from there.
Yeah, because I'm
All right.
excited to hear it. But yeah, let's. Good night, guys.
All right, my
All right,
brothers.
bro. All right, take it easy.